What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my championship score predictions. This one is game week 5. It's going stupidly quick. It needs to slow down. We're gonna have the international break after this weekend for 2 weeks, I believe. So there won't be a championship prediction for 2 weeks now. And I'm gonna miss football. It's been nice to have it back. I'm not a massive fan of international football. So the better the championship and the Premier League is back, the better it will be. Obviously, deadline day is tomorrow. I'm going to do a live stream. It's going to be Forest based, so not really for you guys to watch if you're fans of the championship clubs, but you can come and join in. It'll be on the channel. I'll be live at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, Friday the 1st of September, on live 7 o'clock on this channel, and we'll probably go into the deadline maybe half an hour after the deadline, and that'll be the live stream. But before we get into the video, drop a like on it, subscribe, so you support the channel. It helps massively to me, and you will also never miss a championship score prediction. But we start with Birmingham Millwall. I'm going to go 1-0 Birmingham. Like how I've been saying for the last few weeks, they've got momentum behind them, the new owners. It's just a positive vibe around the club. They're going to do well this year. I think they'll need a few more signings before the deadline tomorrow, but I've got Birmingham 1-0 in this one. Sunderland, Southampton. Now this will be a good game. Sunderland nowhere near as strong as they was last year. Still a good team though. I think they'll give Southampton a good game, but I think Southampton will just have too much for them. I'm just going to go for a Southampton 2-1 away win. Swansea, Bristol City, two good teams, but I've got them to cancel each other out at 1-1. Don't think it's going to be an entertaining game. Don't think it's going to be a ton of chances. I just think both teams cancel each other out, both score a goal, and it ends 1-1. Coventry, Watford. Now, I think Watford have got a chance of getting into the playoffs this year. Coventry not so much. I think they'll not struggle, but they'll be in that lower mid-table block. But I'm going to go for 1-1 in this one. I think Coventry will give Watford a good game with being at home and things like that. Watford will have more of the ball, knock it around a bit more, but I think it ends 1-1. Ipswich, Cardiff. Now this is a good game, but I'm going to go Ipswich 2-1 in this one. Just think they'll have too much. They're going to keep climbing the table, stay in the top 6. Cardiff have looked good over recent weeks. They've not looked amazing, but not looked bad either. Think they'll do okay this year, Cardiff, but I'm going to go Ipswich 2-1 in this one. Leeds 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Think it's going to be a big win for Leeds. Don't think Sheffield Wednesday is going to lay a glove on them. It's going to be tough for them. They've not won a game. They even lost midweek to Mansfield in the cup. Penalties, but they still lost. Leeds just starting to get into a tiny bit of a rhythm. They've got Willie Nonto back. Will he be there on Saturday? Who knows? He may go on the deadline. But I'm going to go for Leeds 3-0 in this one. Leicester, Hull. I've got it for a 2-0 home win to Leicester. Hull have looked good in recent weeks, but I just think Leicester's going to continue, go 5 wins out of 5. They're going to get promoted. They're going to win the league. I'm very confident of it. And like I said, I don't think Leicester look that good. It's just they're winning games, so it's going to be bad for the league when they start looking good in games, controlling games, hurting teams badly. That's when it's going to get rough for a lot of teams. But I'm going to go Leicester 2-0 in this one. Middlesbrough, QPR. I've got a Middlesbrough 1-0 win. QPR have looked okay since the Forest boys come in, Cook and Cole back. They got the win away at Cardiff. Not really still impressed me. Still think they're going to be in for a very, very tough season unless they get rid of that manager. I don't think he's championship level at all. But I'm going to go Middlesbrough 1-0. They've just signed Lewis O'Brien, who, in my opinion, not seen him much at Forest, but seen him when we was in the championship against Huddersfield, and he's one of the best midfielders in the league. Especially on his day, he'll take on anybody. But it's a hell of a signing on loan for Middlesbrough. I think they maybe it's this one that kicks them into gear and they start climbing, but it's not looked good for them over recent weeks. But I'm backing them to win this game 1-0. Plymouth, Blackburn. Now this is going to be a good game. Plymouth ran Southampton really, really close a few weeks ago when I watched them, and I quite like Plymouth. They had a few chances. Played well against a very, very good Southampton side. Coming up against Blackburn team that's just coming off the back of an 8-0 win in the Cup. So they're going to be buzzed. But going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think both teams cancel each other out. No one really takes a grasp of the game, holds the game. But I'm going to get it to end 1-1. Rotherham, Norwich. I'm going to go for a 2-0 away win to Norwich. They are absolutely flying at the minute. Second in the league. Looked arguably the best team in the league over the last 2-3 weeks. Killing teams, scoring a lot of goals. Rowe looks amazing. They're a good team, well-drilled team this year. Gonna go 2-0. Rotherham they're gonna go down this year, I believe. They've not looked the best. And I think Norwich will just have their way with them. Stoke Preston, I've gone for a cancellation of a 1-1 draw. Two good teams. Preston doing exceptionally well at the minute. Stoke coming off a few good wins. But I'm going to go for 1-1. Nothing amazing in this one. Like I said about one of the earlier games, it's not going to be an amazing game. Not going to be loads of chances. It's not going to be a good footballing game. But it's going to be 1-1. West Brom are going to continue. They rise up the table and also put more hurt on Huddersfield. Huddersfield are going to be in trouble this year. Whether they go down or not, I'm not too sure. Maybe just survive. But West Brom going to go for a 2-0 win. They didn't look amazing on the first weekend, maybe the first 2 weekends. I thought maybe they're not going to be as good as I thought they would be this year, but they started to kick it in the last few weeks, and I think they'll continue 2-0 win. Well, that's going to do it for the end of the video. If you've enjoyed, then drop a like below, subscribe if you haven't, and until next time, see ya.